John, pleasure to speak with you, especially because we're talking about everybody's favorite pastime, which is beer.
You know it,
and
man.
and the fact that we are back, and I say we because I think this event is such a great community event, bringing everybody together in such a great way, and in some great suds and some great music. Folks are probably, some of them are going, what are they talking about? What's coming back, man, as we speak?
Toronto's Festival of Beer. It was a 2-year hiatus, and we're back. Bandshell Park, July 22nd to 24th. Bandshell Park Exhibition Place. Don't you dare miss it.
There you go, man. Of course, that band, see any band shell, exhibition place band shell, I should say. Very iconic. Many, many great artists have performed there, and it's going to continue with the Beer Fest. For folks who have never been to the Beer Fest, and I can't say that I'm not one of those folks because I have been. What is this about? Because it's such a great celebration, and it's a great way to try something, certain flavors that you may never have tried, especially when we're talking about not just in Canada but around the world.
Right. So that's one of the biggest takeaways that we as organizers have seen year after year. That it's a great time. Yes, there's lots of beer to try. There's 400 different brews to discover. In fact, there's bands, there's music, and we'll get into that, I'm sure. But the one thing, year after year, we keep getting through anecdotal feedback, through research, through surveys, is that I discovered my new favorite beer. There's so many different varieties and styles. Some you may never, have you ever tried a sour beer before? Some people haven't. You can try plenty of different sour beers at the beer festival this year. Just take a sip. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's not for you. That's what's so cool about the event. Maybe you're not a hoppy IPA guy. Maybe you're more of a light beer person. Maybe you like stouts. It doesn't matter as long as it's cold. That's the only ingredient that we need. It's got to be cold. And there are so many to choose from that guaranteed you'll find something you've never heard of, or you've always wanted to try and it's just been too far to try. There's local craft beer, there's international beer, and there's kind of something for everyone.
I discovered strawberry beer through you guys, so which
Nice.
of course I could say my favorite because of you guys too. So how
Yeah.
does it actually work? So here I am. I'm going. Okay, I want to come down and try this. How does it all work for somebody who's never been there?
Right. For someone who's never been to the beer festival, go to beerfestival.ca. You'll
Hmm.
see our full lineup of food, drink, and musical acts, which I'm sure we're getting into
Oh
soon.
yeah.
And it's real simple. You buy yourself a ticket. There's a couple different ticket types. If you just want to come, get some tokens, and sample some food and drink, there's a general admission ticket. Get access to the concerts. There's kind of a step up from that. It's called a optimized ticket. It gets, because we're clever, Rudy, because we're super clever. That's why we called it that. And the amazing thing about optimized ticket is it gets you in a little bit earlier and it gets you additional tokens. So for people who have never been to the beer festival, tokens are the currency within the beer festival. So once you're past the gates, once you cross the threshold into this beer wonderland, tokens, you buy tokens on site, and tokens are good for food, for merch, for beer. And what's pretty amazing about our event, Rudy, is that in over 26 years, the cost of a sample hasn't really gone up.
That's
So if you go to a regular venue and watch a regular concert, and that's the thing we always complain about, right? Like you go to some other venue, some other concert, some other event, it's like, oh, but I got to pay $18 for that beer, and it's not even the beer I want. Here, you get a sample cup. This is one of them right here. You get a sample cup. For two tokens, you get this sample cup, full with a sample, and that price hasn't kind of changed in 20 plus years. So we're really proud of that. Back on track though, Rudy. I'm a tangent. I go off on tangents sometime, buddy. The idea of get in, you discover all the things that is to discover, and you can get a front row ticket to the concert as well, because it's general admission, and you can go anywhere you want, try everything you want.
As excited as you are about the beer, I feel like you're more excited about the concert, man. So let's get into that with the
You
music, because
let's
you
go.
guys always have like the best, and people don't realize this. The acts that you have, you would pay 10 times more money to see them at other places. The fact that you bring these acts here in this state with the food that you get, is like the cheapest way to get all of this together. Who are
Right.
the acts that we going to be able to see this
Well,
time around?
Rudy, as a marketer by trade, I wouldn't say cheapest. I would say cost efficient.
Cost efficient. Okay, cost efficient.
Cost
Okay.
efficient ticket out there. Yes. But this year, TFOB Friday features hip hop legend Nas. That's just going to blow people away. He's been, we announced him 2 years ago, and we've kept him. We've held on to him all this time, and I can't wait to see him perform live. Some of his new stuff, of course, the classics from Illmatic that are just going to blow people away. And then there's the beer and the food, which is nuts to think, right? That's TFOB Friday, July 22nd. TFOB Saturday, July 23rd. Canadian legends, rockers, Sam Roberts Band. Always a great concert, hard-working rock band, lots of hits. It's going to be an amazing day out in the sun. And opening for them is the Strumbellas, who are a lot of fun live. They're interactive, they're fun, they have some great hits. And that afternoon is just going to be magical. And then we move to TFOB Sunday, July 24th. And we've booked a band called the Revivalists. They have lots of hits right now. They're blowing up. They're on all the talk shows. You've seen them, their music. And opening for them is Matt Mays, Canadian guitar, really, really awesome, kind of that alt cowboy vibe. So Sunday is going to be awesome. All 3 days are going to be incredible. So you pick your day. If you're new to the festival, you pick your day, you buy your ticket, and you get in for that day. If you want to come 2 days, you go back, buy another ticket for that day.
Okay, and let's remind folks with this too, because I know this for a fact.
Right.
They sell out extremely quickly, all of these concerts.
Well, we're a little under 10 or less days away, and here we are. Tickets always go really fast. We've mentioned before the different ticket styles. There's a super deluxe VIP ticket; those have sold out. There's optimized tickets are very, very close to selling out, and general admission tickets we get closer to selling those out a little bit closer to the event. So if you are sitting there watching Rudy Blair and John Sinden talk about the beer festival, and you're thinking, should I not? Should I grab 10 friends? Should I go alone? Like, do it now. Click beerfestival.ca. Do it now, because you're going to miss out. It's always a legendary party. Like, think about it. What other event do you know, Rudy? You've been around the business a long time, man. What event going on 26 years? Think about it. Like, what concerts come and go, series come and go.
That's a good question.
We've been doing this a long time, man. We started small back in Fort York, small little.
I remember Fort York. Yeah, right? Yeah.
And we've grown over those 26 years. Exhibition Place, it's a giant field. People probably are walking their dog there right now as we speak, because they don't know that it turns into this immaculate beer city overnight. And it's just, I went to the first or second one, and you were probably there too, Rudy. And it always stuck with me how safe and welcoming and inviting an event like this was. That starts with beer.
Yeah,
it starts with beer, and then it develops all the other things. And I've always was struck by that. So I had to work with them.
Of course. Okay, but let's get to some of the rules though, which is very important, like going in and out and things like that. So let's get to that.
Yeah, there is no in and out. Once you're in, and you won't want to leave. It's a carnival of sights and sounds and smells. It's just incredible. It's such an amazing time. You can't bring, it's just like it's an outdoor event. If people don't know that, it's outside. So it goes rain or shine. We've been blessed for 26 years with good weather. So that's going to keep, let me find something here. All right. So that's, we've been blessed. So it's going to be great weather. It's the hours, it ends on Friday, it ends at 11. So, if you're kind of that night owl and you still want to go do something, you still have time to do that. Now, Saturday and Sunday are noon to 8. So there's still time if you're feeling up to go out afterwards as well. And it's not, it's a nice chunk of your day. It's not the entire day. So there's a backpack rule. You can't bring a giant backpack. We don't, we allow, don't bring water. Don't bring a fancy water bottle. There's water there. And you come in the door and you get something to hold it with. So, and there's water, there's free water. There are buggies of water everywhere. And you can go clean out your mug and have water at the time. So don't bring your $75 insulated water bottle, because you can't come in with that.
Not even a clear. If you came in with a clear one, can you do that?
Yeah,
A clear
the
plastic?
plastic ones that get tossed. Yeah, but you'll have to make do with the water that's on site.
Okay, and also because we're in a new world and Canada has changed too, how are we with
Yeah, we have cannabis and smoking rules right on our website. There are designated areas. Cannabis is a way of life for many, and that's totally cool, and we're accepting to that. Um, Smoking cigarettes or cannabis, we have designated spots. The only hook with that is that you can't bring your beer into those spots. So you
interesting?
can't bring beer into those spots because what happens is if you bring your beer in, you're just going to stay in that spot all day, and that spot's going to get. And it's not a huge smoking area, so there's designated smoking areas. We want everyone to feel like if you want to bring in and whatever you want to bring in, that's cool, but do it in these spaces.
Okay, so I never even thought about that, man. I could see them all just standing there with their beer, and yeah, I could see that all happening. One thing we didn't have a chance to talk about too: FOOD. What are we looking at
Oh
there?
man, yeah, we got lots of options. I have a little list, a little cheat sheet here. So sweets, savory, you name it. Burgers, dogs, donuts, the corn roasters, the Mel Witch, the Burgers Priest, Hunger Rescue Pizza, the Poutine Supreme. Oh my God. Craig's Cookies Heirloom. Oyster Boy. I always love Oyster Boy every year. They come and they shuck it right in front of you. It's incredible. So the food lineup is incredible. And if you were to go, I'm not a rich man, Rudy, but if you were to go and wanted to do a tour of all these restaurants in Toronto, that would cost a pretty penny. And here we're bringing them all into one spot. And so you can sample again, just get some tokens and you can sample them all.
Cost efficient. There we
Yeah, man,
go. Cost
you're a
efficient.
marketer.
And you know what the cool thing is for me? This is all happening on my birthday weekend. So, what a celebration to have this coming back. Great food, great people, great music, great beer, great time. So, one more time, website. Where do we go to get all of this information?
Festival.ca.
One more time?
Beerfestival.ca.
My brother, thank you so much for this interview.
Let's go.
Congratulations being back. It's going to be so much fun. Toronto needs this, man, badly.
It's a
So,
time to get outside, dude. It's a time to get outside with your friends. It's this create those memories, and that's what we're about, man. You'll discover your new beer, your new favorite beer. You'll create memories that will last forever, and you'll see some incredible talent on stage. Can't
amazing.
can't lose.
John, thank you again for all this.
Thanks, dude.